Hi, we're here in St. Francis University's High Tunnel to talk about making soil blocks. Soil blocks is a technique that was developed by Eliot Coleman, and it's something that's really economical, and you can purchase these soil block makers and you have them pretty much for your whole entire lifetime. They're a great tool to have on the farm or small scale farm or garden because there's no waste. What we'll do is we'll get a mixture of different soils and elements, mix them together, and we can create soil blocks. And so that's what we're going to do today to show you how to do this. The soil blocks come in multiple sizes. This big one, they all have a little dibbler that makes an indentation where you can transplant a smaller one into a larger one, or just a little dibbler there to put the seed into to start germination. You'll see large, medium, a little smaller, and then the smallest. And they're pretty economical. Once you buy them, they usually never break, and you can use them season after season. So let's get started. What we'll do is we'll make this formula based on Eliot Coleman's recipe. You can tweak a little bit, you can add a little bit. If you're missing an ingredient, you don't have to worry. You just want to have the right consistency to make your soil blocks. So to make our mixture, we're going to put in 3 parts of peat, which is our main ingredient, 1 part of good compost, 1/8 part of lime. The lime helps neutralize the acidity in the peat. So we're going to spread that around. We're going to put in 1/4 part of an organic fertilizer and 2 parts of perlite. And perlite just adds to the surface area, the volume, and allows some air space and water space in our mixture. So what we'll do is we'll mix all these ingredients up, and sometimes you can add things like sand, green stone, and some other trace elements if you have it available. We'll mix all these up, get a good consistency, as you can see there. And then the other ingredient is water. Peat, the nature of peat allows it to absorb a lot of water. And so what we'll have to do is we'll have to put in a couple gallons of water for this ratio. Mix it around. To get the peat almost saturated, but not where it's soupy. And what I like to do is I'll make a batch up, and I'll let it sit there for a little bit to let the peat fully absorb the water. And sometimes you have to add a little more water. Sometimes if it's too runny, you just add a little more peat, a little more compost to dry it up. So we'll go over here to a batch I already have made up. Alright, so we already have this batch made up. It's been sitting for a little bit of time. The water, as you can see, it's not dripping out. It's a pretty good consistency for making our soil blocks. So what we'll do is we'll just take our soil blocker, go in here, press it down a little bit, make sure that the whole entire cavity is filled, and we can carry it like this, nothing's going to happen. We'll take it over to the tray. You want to put these on a tray. It doesn't matter, it can be just a Rubbermaid thing, a block of wood, something to put it down on a solid surface. And what you do is you put it down, you lift it up like that, and you can see that you made 4 for this one, 4 individual soil blocks with a little dibble in it. What you'll do now is you can take any seed of your choice, and you'll put 1 seed right there in the dibble. And these are coated beet seeds that we're planting today. can cover it up a little bit with a little bit of soil over there, and you're good to go. So we did our soil blocks. We planted our seed. We've actually did this a couple weeks ago, and you'll see the end product is this radish is growing up nice, and you can see the root structure. What happens is we keep these soil blocks moist. The roots are able to root out, and the air, when they hit the air, it pretty much stops them from going out or binding up. So we can take this soil block and directly plant it into our raised beds that we have here in the high tunnel, which we have done. And you can see these radishes here, they were put in with soil blocks, and you can see that the soil block became part of the soil, part of the garden, and the plant was able to flourish. And you can see that we have a really nice looking baby radish.